guy that makes $75K a year.
No, that's so cute. No. With inflation in this economy, I absolutely could not. I don't think that he could afford our groceries. And I mean, and I'm buying organic, and obviously I'm buying all like grass-fed, grass-finished beef,
Huge
seed
yikes,
oils.
dude.
So no, we couldn't afford that at Whole Foods. No.
No Whole Foods for this.
45 or something?
No Whole Foods. We're back at like Publix, like the sale sections,
Like Walmart groceries.
Walmart groceries. Yeah.
What it takes for a woman like me to go out on a date?
What it take?
I gotta get a babysitter for my kids.
Okay.
Shouldn't pay for that?
Yes.
I
Because
gotta
now-
pay for the kids that you made prior
That's
to
because
meeting
guess what
me?
now? A part of me is my kids. I'm a business owner. I'm a mother. I'm holding down the household. That's why
And I shouldn't have to pay for your trying.
I'm not saying every day. I'm saying, okay,
No date.
a man that's for me, in my opinion,
Yeah.
they know that, okay, she's a mother of two. She's holding down the business. She's holding down the house. She's commuting from Jersey to New York. All right, how much is your babysitter?
Expecting him to start taking care of your children to an extent before even the first date. She hasn't even arrived to the date. She says, oh no, you gotta cash at me $50. It's just wild, bro. The entitlement, man. Like, just the audacity to ask for something like that is insane. She is not your problem, okay? You don't even know each other. You don't owe her anything. If she is your girlfriend or your wife, okay, that's one thing. That's a whole other thing, actually. But in this situation, what was it? A right swipe and a few text messages? Something like that?
Yeah, cash or card?
Card.
Just right there.
Sorry, do you mind if I pay for you?
Yeah.
Good day.
I'm not sure why nobody wants to speak up about this, but I guess I'll be the one to do it. There is a serious shortage of attractive, eligible, mentally stable, emotionally available men. We need to get a search party
Automatically. She
together,
only
figure
dates
out
toxic.
what has happened, where
That's
have
what
they
that
gone,
means.
and what do we do about this? Because it's a problem.
Look, I have said this before and I will say it again. There is no shortage of good men. It is simply that you don't see the men that are good men in your life as dateable, but they're probably good friends. Like, they're probably in your friend zone. And then for the good men that aren't in your life, it is because they're not looking to date. They probably spent far too long in a relationship that took advantage of their goodness. Those men are either working, they're either at home, or they're just hanging out with friends or doing some sort of hobby in seclusion. So if you really do want a good man, you better look in your friend zone or do all that you can to put out positive energy about men, because they will see you and they might take a chance on you then.
Are predicting that 40% of women will be single by the year 2030. And don't come for me because these are scientific studies. As in single, never been married, and never had kids. And honestly, I am not even surprised by this study at all. We have normalized hookup culture, and most people are on dating apps just for an ego boost and not to find actual love. Let's not forget how social media has truly made a negative impact in the dating world. So what are your guys' thoughts and opinions on this? Do you think this is actually going to happen? Do you think it's true?
Yeah, it's coming, bro. It is absolutely going to happen. I mean, just look at the current dating market. It is nothing but endless situationships, women waiting until they're basically 30 to settle down, the fertility window closing faster and faster. It is like, man, it's just game over. No, it's done.
I'm confused how two beautiful women can't even
Very
get talked to.
Those young ladies must not be on the same sides of TikTok that I am. Because on the sides of TikTok that I get fed, and then every blue moon, every once in a blue moon, I see a video like this, it's like, it's crazy. We look this good and no one talked to us at the bar. So guys are like, I'm not doing that. I'm not trying to get called out on TikTok. Now, there's still some men that will do that. They'll still approach a woman, whatever. But sometimes, girls, you just gotta do it yourself.
Never gonna happen, bro. This is an opinion I see floating around the internet all the time, especially in spaces like mine. Basically telling women to make the first move on the man. Bro, it's just never going to happen. It's a pipe dream. Women have almost never had to go after what they want in such an open, like, ambitious way. So most women will almost never just outright approach you. What they will do, though, is put themselves in your vicinity. If you're in a public space often and you notice this girl is like constantly close by to you, within say like 10 to 15 feet away from you, she's into you and she's expecting you to make that first move. Women are subtle, bro. If you are waiting for a woman to approach you, you're gonna be waiting a damn long time, dude. But even on top of that, in general, the kind of women to approach men, I wouldn't find attractive.
Mom! Put me back!
wake up every morning, I work, I have bills, I'm too big for the ball pit at Chuck E. Cheese. This sucks!
I had no idea there was such a disdain for single moms up until this post. And I'm really perplexed by this because single moms are where it's at. We have an unlimited supply of snacks, juice boxes, water bottles, baby wipes, because you never know when you're gonna spill. I can whip up the most elaborate meal on the planet with the most random ass that I've got in the pantry just to fill your belly. You're fucking missing out, bro.
So all that stuff you can just buy in the grocery store, or you can even get it shipped to you through Amazon. Yeah, yikes.
The real men, where have you gone to? And I'm talking handymen, men that can fix things, men that can do manly things. Where are you?
Where are they? They're off enjoying life. They're doing the manly things that you think they don't do anymore. They're hunting, they're fishing, they've gone golfing, they're hanging out with their buds, and those things around the house, they've already done them. In fact, they do them ahead of time so they don't become a problem. You know, those things that you all claimed aren't really a big deal, that only take a few minutes here and there. Nothing like having to, I don't know, spend the 3 minutes it takes to load a dishwasher or put a load of laundry in the washer. And now, ladies, after telling us for decades that you didn't want us, didn't need us, you're strong and independent, you can do anything a man can, men have heard you, and they're letting you do exactly that. And y'all have suddenly figured out that, well, maybe that's not what we wanted. We don't want to have to do those dirty jobs and possibly break a nail or get our hair and makeup messed up. We don't want to have to climb ladders or go into dirty, spider-infested basements to have to do some repairs. We don't want to do any of that. And some of you figured, well, we'll just hire men to come in and do that. Only to find out that's gotten pretty expensive now. If you can even find one because they're so busy. You ladies created this situation. Now you get to own it.
Woman's value that she adds to a man is something that you cannot even put a price on, baby. It is something that you cannot even look at the amount, because guess what? What we're doing is we're elevating you and we're growing you in a way that you could not even imagine. Why do you think that all the politicians are married? I built every single man up that I've ever been with, baby.
All right.
When they leave me, they're in a much better position than when they got with me, and that's a fact.
The very last man you was with, how long was that relationship?
3.5 years.
When you met him, was he a millionaire?
No.
When you left him, was he a millionaire?
No.
You ain't made nobody nothing. A lot of these women talk about what they could do for a man and how good they are. Y'all ain't made nobody nothing. A lot of y'all have an overinflated ego. You're not bringing nothing to the table but problems, attitude, and taint, tarnished, and zesty coochie. So check your attitude. No, check your attitude, because y'all are not all that.
I could honestly just tell by the way she was speaking, she was not able to do that for a man. The fact that the man left her, that tells you everything you need to know. She didn't bring that value that she was talking about. Otherwise, the dude wouldn't have left.